What's going on, everybody? If you don't know, now you do know. You're officially tuned in to another special edition of the HFWB podcast series. This is your host, Clifton Pope, and with me today, a very familiar gentleman you should be familiar with from previous episodes of the HFWB podcast series. But I'm bringing him back from another round because he is my powering from higher devotions compadre. As a matter of fact, the man that made all of this possible. And also, it's just somebody you just need to be in touch with because the man has a vision within itself and it's very, very necessary as far as what he's about to talk about. If you don't know who I'm talking about by now, I have Mr. Lazrik Pettis once again back on the HFWB podcast series. What is up, my guy?
Man, I truly appreciate you having me on here, bro. Hey, I see everything that you're doing, man. Mad respect, mad respect.
No,
Action cures everything, man. And you just keep making moves, bro. And I love it.
yes. It's all about just staying consistent. You know that very well as I do, man. But
Yep.
I'm going to ask you one quick question, man. I love how you came up with the idea of your solar guy to push the whole solar and everything as far as just getting that out there. I love the videos that you're doing and all that stuff. Where did the idea of your solar guy come from your perspective, man?
Uh, Marketing is everything, man. It's everything. And the way I like to strategize to where if people aren't even thinking about me, whenever the topic of solar gonna come up, they're gonna be like, "Hey, I know a solar guy," and then they're gonna be like, "I got a solar guy. It's my solar guy." So when people see that all the time, you're a solar guy, you're a solar guy,
Yeah.
is subconsciously put that in their head to if somebody come and knock on the door about solar, they could be like, "Hold up, I got a solar guy that I see all the time that I know. So you know what? Let me reach out to this guy. Let me call him up. Hey lad, somebody came to my house for solar. Hey, can you give me a free quote? Or it's all about marketing, man. It's about marketing, and I'm not even close to being done. I'm about to get shirts done to where when people see me all the time, it's gonna say just man, it's
It already so your solar guy at Lazrik Pettis or something of that nature. That's gonna be something to see, and I might have to get one of those myself for sure. But the real reason why I got you on here, Lance, we're doing round two of basically talking about the truth about solar event, which a lot of people don't realize was supposed to happen back in January, but because of COVID, it got pushed back to now where we're finally gonna make this happen. So the truth about solar event, what are we going to expect from this, man?
Yeah, it's crazy because it was supposed to have been on January, but then that new was it the Delta came out, that COVID part. Yeah, like turning people to zombies, I guess. I don't know.
I don't understand that either still.
But yeah, so what to expect from this, man? Me and Mike, we are really, really making some big ground on what we're doing. Understand is at the very, very beginning, but what we're doing, there's nobody else tackling what we're doing because it's really tough. It's really tough because what we're doing, we're bridging this gap between the real estate market and solar because it is so crazy that so many people in the real estate market are afraid of solar because they don't know the proper steps on what needs to be done with, for example, selling a house with solar or buying a house with solar. So me and Mike, or Mike and I, say it correctly, right, is are the pioneers of making something great because solar is going in the direction that is not going to stop. Solar is happening. It's the future. It's the way that we're gonna make our planet better. It's the way that we're gonna help people save money.
Yeah.
So why not learn it, get educated on it, and profit from it for people in the real estate market, right?
Right.
And then not only that, um, is to educate homeowners as well. Mike and I, we're going to talk a little bit more about AOSP, which is Association of Solar Professionals.
Mhm.
This is designed strictly for homeowners. If a homeowner wants to buy a house with solar, they could go to this website, not worry about finding a company, but they could find a trustworthy consultant. You know, not just me, not just Mike, you know, people that we know from different companies that are trustworthy on the process of doing solar. If they want to buy a house or sell a house with solar, guess what? They could go to this website. They could find some realtors who are educated and know how to sell and buy a house with solar. And then boom, they don't have to worry about that. And even with mortgage lending too. So we're doing some big things.
Yes, definitely. And for the people listening to the podcast right now, let them know when they can come check out this event. It's March 26th, right?
Yeah, March 26th. So it's not this Saturday, it's next Saturday. It's going to be at the Alamo Drafthouse, Theater number 4. Man, we got a great lineup of people that's going to be speaking at this event, from realtor, from the COO of the PACE Authority, from the state representative, Todd Hunter. Man, it's a great lineup. If you're a solar consultant, if you're a realtor, if you're just in a real estate market or a solar or a homeowner, you want to be at this event. You want to be at this event because we're really pulling the covers back, educating people and getting people to that next level on what's happening in solar.
Yes, we are going to continue to elevate and take it to the highest level, like you originally said when we all came together and originally started PhD Productions and everything. That's what I want to ask you about as well. I'm pretty sure the people want to know is, when do you see an opportunity for me, you, Dave, and Mike, for all of us to come together and once again tell people how we're continuing to activate the mind to the grind? Because I personally want to know this, man. It's been a while since it feels like it's been a while, but it hasn't. And I feel like it's definitely time to where we all got to come together, us four again, originally, man.
Yeah, it's way overdue, way overdue. And, you know, we had some things in plan. Things kind of got thrown off because, you know, we were supposed to have this event in January. So for March, we were supposed to have our event. And then in May, we were supposed to have our women's event. So I'm thinking if we do this women event in May, then our next event with us will be in July. Or if we could switch it and do ours in May and then push like a women's event to July. But it's all in the works. Just got to put it in a book. But yeah, it's way overdue, man. Because that event that we did, bro, was fire.
We're gonna take over the summer, man. And a lot of people don't even understand this, but as far as what I'm doing, I'm also going to be in the beginning stages of putting together my own event around July too. So it's like the summer, it's going to be the summer of powering higher devotions for sure. It's going to be insane. It's a lot of details to come out of that, that's for sure. And you might be a part of it too, Lars, because I mean, hey, you're the one who started all of this. So we all got to continue to just stick together and just make this. People don't realize what's about to come out of all this. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I also want to ask you this real quick, last man. Where do you see? I mean, obviously you alluded to it in the previous conversation or previous what you were talking about as far as solar is only going to go up. Where do you personally see solar and how it's going to combine with real estate and make it even more powerful in the next 5-10 years, that time frame?
Man, that is a really, really good question. I'm gonna go ahead and speak this into existence because it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I see solar in the next 10 years being the biggest thing that people regretted on not jumping on board in 2022 on the movement that Mike and I is doing.
That's a bold statement.
So check this out, man. After this event, I'm actually working on getting my realtor license. Right. Because so many realtors are and I don't want to say this like out of term, and I'm not calling them out, but there's a lot of realtors that they're so negative about solar, you know, but solar is happening and people are selling houses with solar. And from my coach who I had, he made me understand where there's a problem, there's an opportunity.
Yes, that is true.
So where's the problem where people and the realtors are afraid to dive into this, dude, I'm about to get that real estate license, and then I'm about to like tear it up, bro. Because now I'm selling solar. So, you know, people are gonna know me, okay, he sells solar and he's a realtor now. So okay, of course he knows how to sell a house with solar because he knows the ins and outs about it. Because in the next couple of years, that's what's gonna be on the market, man. Houses with solar. So
And a lot of people don't know this, but I'm gonna throw it out there that your significant other one, if I'm not mistaken correctly, she's a realtor, correct?
correct.
How would you feel her influence as far as her being in the real estate market on a day-by-day basis influenced you to do exactly what you just said?
I want to see her win. So whenever I do get that license, I'm gonna be placed up on her. So I'm pretty much gonna be up on her team.
Okay.
And yeah, so
As you
that's
should.
so that's gonna be pretty powerful to do that. Yeah.
That's incredible, man. Y'all are gonna just become a very, very powerful couple once that happens. And I salute you for that, my guy. That's gonna be something special once that happens. But overall, Laz, I wanna just ask you this. For the importance of leadership, right? Because I want to throw this out there because a lot of people don't know how close we are as far as just coming together and uniting and making powerful things happen and stuff. And I also want to throw this out there for the people who are listening to the HFWB podcast series at the moment. If you haven't figured it out, both myself and Mr. Lazrik Pettis, we're trying to make things happen as far as within the Black community. We're both part of the Black Chambers of Commerce, and I'm going to be honest, if it wasn't for this man that I'm talking to right now, I wouldn't even have thought about becoming part of the Black Chambers of Commerce or just even being on the board and just to begin with. But I want to ask you about this personally, Laz. How did you get affiliated with the Black Chambers of Commerce, and what made you come up with this vision as far as more Black folks need to come together, like me, you, Curtis, and other individuals that a lot of people don't understand?
Man, that's a good question. I'm trying to figure out how, because honestly, I didn't even know about it. And I'm trying to remember how I found out about it. But when I found out about it, I was like, oh snap, I need to be a part of this, man. Because number one, it's not too many of us in Corpus. And then number two, it's not too many of us in Corpus that are entrepreneurs. So I was like, man, this is huge. This is
Yeah.
huge. And man, I want to grow to a level to where, man, I grew up, man, where my uncles and my brothers, you know, is all about working at the refineries or working in the oil field. That's the only way to make money.
Yeah.
And because now I'm seeing a different life on the other side of the fence, I wasn't able to teach like my nephews and my nieces what I know now. So now they're stuck in that same, you know, mousetrap on, you know, the 9 to 5. But I'm gonna get to a point where I could teach the younger generation on just understanding that entrepreneur mindset where there's no limit on what you could do as an entrepreneur. And yeah, it's huge for us to be a part of the Black Chamber and be able to impact on what we're about to do in the future, man. It's huge.
It's huge, and I can honestly say it's like ever since we both joined, I feel like our stock is going to continue to rise even more, and that's the most important thing out of all of this because the sky's the limit, if not more than that, as far as what we could accomplish through that and also through other groups and everything. Which I want to ask you this personally, Laz. What is your personal definition of what you would say an entrepreneur and a leader is to yourself personally for those who want to get an idea of how they could become one themselves?
All right, so I'm gonna answer the entrepreneur one first and then the leadership second.
Go ahead.
So
No.
so the entrepreneur, I just heard this. a couple weeks ago, and I actually brought this up. I spoke at this event last week, and I opened up with this. I said, this ain't what I came up, it's what I heard, and I love it. He said, an entrepreneur can jump off a cliff and build a parachute on the way down.
I love that one, man.
I love it, man, because as an entrepreneur, you can't be afraid of what's going to happen, because regardless what, you have to make a decision. And if you make the wrong decision as an entrepreneur, you're going to understand how to overcome that and be successful. Right. And that's where I got from that, right. You know, leadership, man, leadership is understanding. It's not about having that title of the role. It's about the impact that you're going to do for others. Understanding that there's 5 levels of leadership. John Maxwell talks about this. There's a position, permission, production, people development, and the pinnacle level. And when you're a leader of an organization, if I'm a level 2 leader, my organization will not grow past a level 2. If I'm a level 4 leader, my organization won't grow past level 4. So the idea is to be a level 5, and that's how you really grow. Not only your people are growing, but your people are growing and teaching other people how to grow as well. So, man, leadership is everything to me. I love leadership. I really frown upon people who are in a position of a leader and they don't understand. You know, you got to lead people with honey and not with vinegar. Because when you lead with people with vinegar, they're not going to want to come back. They don't care what you do because you're giving them vinegar. But when you give people honey, man, that's some sweet stuff, man. And people love that. So, and it goes a long way.
Most definitely, most definitely. Couple last questions for you, Laz, as I get to begin to wrap all this up, man. I want to ask you this because I know you're into reading books, as to I am reading books myself. If you had to give somebody 5 go-to books that you would recommend them reading to help elevate them to take to the next level, what would they be?
That is a tough one. Let me pull up my phone because I got some books. Yeah, that's a tough one, man.
Reading like I am too. I want to know your personal 5 go-to books.
Let's see. So hands down, this ain't no gimmick. Of course, number 1 is for me is the Bible. Of course, the Bible, hands down. Yeah, because
number 1 book for everybody.
Yeah, because there's so many lessons in there to learn. Yeah, and a lot of people don't understand that. You know, if you look at a lot of these top successful great books, they reference a lot of stuff from the Bible.
Exactly.
Dude, where is my list at? Hang on.
We're going to feed the people what they need to know as far as what they need to read and what they need to study to train their mind perfectly. That's what the whole this is.
Another one is, dude, it's really hard to try to pick 5, okay?
Off top.
I would say Relentless by Tim S. Grover.
Yeah.
Mindset by Dr. Carol S. Dweck. It talks about the growth mindset and the fixed mindset. So that's 3. Yeah. The Game of Life and How to Play It. That's a really, really good one. A really, really good one. So that's 4. The 5th one, I might have to say the 10X Rule by Grant Cardone.
That's a mean 5 books right there. If I had to personally pick 5 books myself, it's very tough. It's like it was for you. It's tough for me, but if I had to pick 5 off the top, I'm gonna let you know this personally, Last. I probably would say, as far as the 5 books that shaped me the most as far as what I'm doing currently at the moment, I would have to say The Healing Revolution by Dr. Frank King. That's a very, very good book that teaches you more to how to get in touch with the 8 essentials of life and all that stuff. That's a very powerful book. Few of them obviously got are fan favorites that a lot of people have heard. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Obviously, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and that's a classic. That's probably the one that's definitely shaped me to where it's like, okay, I can get into this entrepreneur lifestyle and everything.
Yeah.
The Miracle Morning by Hfwb, which is all about personal development, having your own morning routine and all that. I literally live by that to this very moment. And if I had to pick personally number 5, it's a tough one. It's probably a toss up between Think and Grow Rich and Art of War, but I would lean towards the Art of War because you can learn a lot as far as because life is obviously a battlefield. You're gonna go to battle every single day, so you got to have the strategies in order to be successful. So that would probably be my 5 books I could think of off the top of my head. And for those who are listening to the HFWB podcast series right now, you just learned basically 10 books to where you could basically elevate your mind, the way you could train your mind, and the body will eventually follow. And then you put everything into action because action cures everything, like Mr. Lazrik Pettis just said earlier. So I want to just let the people know, Laz, man, where can they find you? Where can they find out more about this Truth About Solar event? And hey, man, let the people know what you got coming next.
Cool, man. I'm an easy person to find. It's probably one Lazrik Pettis in the world that I know of. So, so you type in my first name, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. If you type in Ursolarguy, you can find me on TikTok and Instagram as well. Man, the Truth About Solar event, huge event. Again, March the 26th at the ALAMO Draft House, theater number 4, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. I got a few tickets that I could give away for free. So if anybody want a ticket, inbox me, call me on my personal number, 361-945-2748. Other than that, man, that's all I got.
Speaking of them tickets, man, I'm gonna definitely be at that event, man, because I gotta show love, and most importantly, I'm all for getting educated and most importantly getting informed because information is what's gonna make you rich in the long run. So
Yes.
you can count yours truly into that event. We're gonna be there next Saturday, March the 26th at the Alamo Draft House here in Corpus Christi, Texas. For those who are listening here in Corpus, New York, looking for something to do next Saturday, come out to the event and show Mr. Lazrik Pettis, go show Mike Rodriguez, and go show all the talented individuals who are going to be at that event. Love. And most importantly, you can't go wrong getting yourself educated because that's how you're going to continue to grow. And I would just want to end it on that note. And I want to thank you again, Laz, for just taking time out of your super hectic, busy schedule just to make part 2 of the HFWB podcast series even happen, man. And like always, you're more than welcome to come on as much as you want, man, to promote what it is you do and continue to do what you do. That's for sure.
Yeah, man, whatever you got going on, bro, trust me, I'm gonna be a part of it. If you want to, hey, lads, let's do another one. Hey, I'm all about it, man. Whatever you got going on, bro, I'm gonna support you all the time.
My guys, salute to you. And for those who are currently listening to the HFWB podcast series, y'all stay healthy, y'all stay wealthy, y'all stay blessed. Until next time, everybody.